Well, joining us with more, Abdul-Hussain is a research fellow at the Foundation for the Defence of Democracies. Thank you for being with us. Clearly the most important thing is that international aid, wherever it comes from, gets to the people who need it the most. But what about the political implications of this? As we heard in that report, Egypt's president calling Bashar al-Assad for the first time in years. There was already this move to rehabilitate the Syrian leader. Do you think he will profit from this?
I don't think he will. I think, first of all, let's say that if we want to send aid to the Syrian people, we can send it without going through the Syrian government. The international community knows how to handle this. The UN can handle humanitarian corridors. Such humanitarian corridors were bombed by Russian and Syrian forces in the past. But if the Syrian government allows for the UN and international humanitarian organizations to work, they can do it without any need for the Syrian government. Now, talking about Assad, I think they can call him, they can talk to him, they can send him aid all they want. But the minute any company from anywhere in the Arab world or any other countries try to establish any connection with the Syrian government, I think they will suffer the sanctions that are imposed by the Caesar Sanctions Act that was approved by Congress.
Okay, because earlier in the program we spoke to a correspondent in Syria, and he said that the foreign aid simply isn't getting through. Is that because of the US sanctions?
The aid and the sanctions are two different things. The reason why the aid isn't going through is because the Syrian government insists that before they get any aid, that they have to establish connection with the donor authorities, which doesn't have to be the case. At any rate, I think that even if Assad tried, that even if there were exceptions to talking to Assad at this point, as long as there are the Caesar Sanctions Act, and thankfully that the U.S. Congress takes its laws seriously, as long as this is in place, I don't think any amount of phone calls by any number of Arab or other world leaders will help Assad in getting out of the isolation that he suffers right now.
So you would urge the US government not to cave into calls to lift sanctions on Damascus at this stage?
Absolutely not. And I would urge the U.S. government to continue supporting the Syrian non-governmental organizations, the international humanitarian organizations. All these can help, and they can push as much as they can this kind of help to the Syrian territories. Now, mind you, even if the Assad regime and the Assad government get any aid, there's no guarantee that this aid will make it to the victims of the earthquake because of the amount of corruption that has riddled the Assad regime for all these years.
Hussain, what about Iran then? It is offered to send aid as well to its allies in Syria. Will Tehran profit from the ongoing chaos in Syria and also in Turkey?
Regimes like the Iranian regime are designed to profit from chaos. I don't think they will profit immediately and instantly, but what will happen is that a few weeks from now, when the global attention goes away, you will see RGC operatives trying to recruit in these areas. They will try to reach out to all these people who found themselves on the street. This will be a very fertile ground for these pro-Iran terrorist militias to recruit fighters and to recruit all kinds of networks that they can use at a later date.
Abdul-Hussain at the FDD, thank you.
Thank you.